Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Janelle and I upload new videos every Wednesday. And in today's video, I wanted to share with you guys some holy grail drugstore concealers and powders. Tune if you want to see some of my holy grail drugstore powders and concealers for under $10. One of my first favorites is the Milani Conceal Imperfect Concealer. This one is beautiful. This one to me honestly performs like a high-end concealer. You get medium to full coverage. It's a nice creamy satin finish. So it lays really smooth on the skin, but you can even wear this concealer with no foundation and it's still gonna look natural and beautiful. I love this concealer because it doesn't crease throughout the day. I feel like this concealer does not get enough love at all. So my next holy grail drugstore concealer is my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I did a full review and all day wear test on this concealer, and as you can see, I'm already almost done with this one. So I have it in the color light beige, which I use for highlighting under my eyes, and then I also have it in deep caramel, which works beautifully for cream contouring. The formula reminds me a lot of the Jouer concealer. That's super hydrating and full coverage. This one's like $24. This one is a whopping $6. This concealer just blends out so smooth. You get such great coverage with this one, but it doesn't look cakey since it's nice and hydrating. It is just such a beautiful concealer. If you tried out the original e.l.f. Camo Concealer and you found that it was too drying under the eye, definitely check this one out because it is just the most beautiful satin finish ever. Absolutely love the dark one for contouring. It just blends out so smooth. You don't get any patchiness or skipping when you use it for cream contouring. It's actually what I have on today as my cream contour. These definitely perform just like high-end concealers, and if you're a makeup artist, these are ideal concealers to have in your kit. Another concealer that I thoroughly enjoy is the original e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. Now, the only thing with this concealer is that if you tend to have drier under eyes, or if you're not using a very hydrating eye cream underneath, then it can be a little bit too dry under your eyes. I feel like a lot of people either love this or hate it. I get a lot of mixed reviews. I just suggest if you have dry or crepey under eyes, steer clear of this. But if not, it is a beautiful concealer. It wears long throughout the day. And on me, it doesn't crease. But on other people, I've seen different. Maybelline really comes through in the drugstore. They're one of my favorite drugstore brands. Yeah, first concealer that I love from them, and I've loved from them since 2011, and it is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This concealer reminds me so much of the MAC Mineralized Concealer. MAC Mineralized Concealer is about $25 and this is $5. It blends out under the eye so beautifully. This is one of those concealers that are ideal to wear if you don't wear makeup or you don't wear a lot of makeup, because you can literally use it by itself on bare skin and you're set, you're good to go. You don't necessarily need to layer powders or anything on top. It's just one of those quicks dot dot, buff it out, you're done. It's very lightweight, very skin-like finish. And for $5, I mean, come on. Another concealer that I really enjoy from Maybelline is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. This one is going to be a much thicker, fuller coverage formula. I do recommend with concealer to really hydrate your under eyes because I do notice that it does have a quite powdery finish. It blends out really nice. I love the shade Neutral for giving that really bright under eye highlight. Get good coverage with this one without it looking cakey too. And this one I want to say is only $7. So, I mean, you really can't go wrong with it. All right, so moving on, let's quickly talk about some of my favorite drugstore under eye setting powders that I'm not kidding you will perform just as good, if not better, than a lot of high-end powders. The first one I want to talk about, and I am absolutely blown away by, is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Banana Powder. It literally smooths out your under eye, it brightens it up, it gives a little bit of coverage. This one is in the color Banana, so it does have a soft yellow tint. It's amazing though because it's a very smooth consistency, but it's not too powdery. So I've noticed that sometimes when I use, for example, my Cody airspun, which I do love, but sometimes when I use other powders, they're almost too matte and drying that then I can start getting that gray, almost film finish thing under my eye. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but this doesn't do that at all. It's the perfect amount of matte smoothness without being too drying or creping up your under eye. It leaves the skin looking flawless. If you have not tried this powder, you need it. It literally performs just as good as my high-end powders. I highly suggest this. Another under eye setting powder that I truly enjoy is my Maybelline Fit Me powder in Fair Light. These do have a soft tint to it. The Fair Light, as you can see, it's like a light tint with like a peachy yellow tone to it. This one also is not too drying at all. It gives you a little extra coverage without looking cakey. It's such a beautiful powder, and like I said, it performs literally just like some of my high-end options, if not better than some of them. So another powder that I really enjoy is my airspun powder. I've talked about this so much on my channel. It truly is a good powder and you get so much for your money. The only thing is I used to be in love with this, especially when my skin was more oily. However, during like this time of year when my skin is still kind of normal and not as oily as it is during the summer, I can find that it can be a little bit too matte under my eyes. So if your skin's more oily, it's great. If your skin's more dry, I would definitely try the other two out first, because I feel like those will give you a better finish if you're more normal to dry. So this powder I like to kind of sweep under my eye before I bake. It's from the drugstore and it's so good. And it is my Profusion Highlight Contour Palette. However, I'll take these two colors. It's like a banana color and a more like pinky rosy color. These go on so beautiful under the eye and it just brightens it and smooths it. I'll really lightly sweep it under my eye before I bake, and then I'll do it again after, and it just gives you such a pretty highlight finish. The powders are super like smooth and not too matte. This palette honestly performs a lot like my MAC Sculpt in Shape palette. This one's $39. This one I want to say was like $10. The only thing is I don't know if they still make this palette. I think the only way that you can buy this now is on the Profusion website directly. But if you can get your hands on this palette, so good and it's so cheap. And really quickly, I just wanted to shout out another under eye brightening setting powder. I don't have it with me right now because it broke and shattered on me, but it is the Essence, I think it's the banana powder. I'll insert a picture of it right here. It is so pretty for brightening up under your eyes. You could use it for the same like purpose that I use these two colors in my Profusions palette. However, this one's just like an individual banana brightening shade, and it just goes on so beautiful under the eyes. I want to say that one is only like $5 too, which makes it even more insane and amazing. So definitely check that out if you want like an extra bright brightening under eye powder. Alright guys, that was like the fastest video I've ever filmed in my life. Alright you guys, so that wraps it up for my favorite under eye brightening powders and concealers from the drugstore, all under $10. So I hope that you guys found some items that you like and want to pick up that won't break your bank. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Definitely don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified every Wednesday when I upload. I love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Stay safe.